Well, it's far from sunny and 70 today. It's more like barely 40, raining, and the wind's blowing. Talk about a 40-degree temperature change. Brr. So, I'm gonna go over there, get that fire stacked up, get it burning since it's safe to burn again, and we'll probably clean that one up today, and I'll finish digging this concrete up right here that I started on yesterday. Let's get it warmed up.
I can't wait to start buying tractors because it's.
What's the first thing you buy? Money's no object, and don't say a 390. You cannot say a 390.
Well, I want to go buy equipment for personal use one day. So yeah, I want to farm, and I want a 374. 390 is a little bit too big for personal use. For me.
All right.
But we're just gonna start small. You know, mini excavators, small dozers, real simple stuff, and scale from there. We're gonna try to partner with former cat trainers, and we're gonna do it right. It's gonna be right from the very beginning, and it's gonna be the best in the industry. I don't want to just do it just to do it. It's going to be the absolute best. So we're going to have that kind of green course, and then we're going to have, hey, send your blade operators, you know, for GPS blade training. Because I've been realizing too, all these guys, even people, they've been running blade for 30 years. They still don't really know how to properly use the thing. Yeah. They need to be taught, you know, what the machine can actually do. And I've attended some of these training courses, and these 30-year guys sitting there like, wow, I had no idea. And just try to make them better off. Anyone can learn this industry. That's the cool thing. We're learning every day. So training's a big thing. We're getting into recruiting. We talked a little bit about it. One of our next hires is actually a full-time recruiter. And then we're going to build out a consulting group, essentially. So I want a full-time lawyer. I want a full-time safety professional. I want HR consulting. I want financial consulting. I want to start helping the companies that we work with out on their business itself because they're really good at moving dirt. But I've realized a lot of them really don't know how to operate their business very well.
Unbelievably true.
Yeah.
It's the mom and pop folks who move dirt well don't do anything else well.
No. So I've looked at their business, and I've seen a lot of other business. I'm sitting here like, you guys need to operate your business better. But they don't know any better. So let's give them the resources. Used equipment. I think that's very low-hanging fruit. I look at current used equipment options right now. Everyone is just complacent.
Well, you were with some folks this week that are doing something totally different. I didn't even know about these guys, but the used equipment thing, I agree. I think it's going to be a revolutionary market very soon. Yeah. I feel like it's got to be.
It has to be, and there's so much opportunity there. So I guess the point is we're creating a group of companies serving the exact same customer base. So I don't have to go out and get any customers. I don't have to go sell anything. It's fantastic. And then, okay, I start up my used equipment platform. I just go to all our partners and say, hey, what do you have for sale? Let's go sell some tractors. And my goal to start is let's just sell one tractor and scale it from there. What could go wrong? Yeah. And how hard can it be? Sell a tractor.
Yeah. That's awesome.
I'm saying that because I'm extremely naive.
Well, I think, when I look back to where you started when we first met and we started DMing on Instagram to now, and I look at that, with that 3 or 4 years, whatever it's been, I can see 4 years ahead. I've seen the path that you're on and how fast it's happened, and I hear your vision and what you're talking about. There's no doubt in my mind, maybe you don't hit every single goal. You're going to get kicked in the balls a whole lot during the next 3 or 4 years, but you won't be sitting in the same spot now. Maybe you failed 3 times between now and then, but you're just the type of guy, like last night everyone went out, you didn't go out. You got up early.
Yeah, well, I had stuff on my mind. We have contracts to send out, and I had to think through things tonight. I was 7:30 trying to get stuff sent out before this. It's just, it doesn't stop.
I tell some of our young guys that are super, we got a bunch of young people that have all kinds of aspirations. I had one kid tell me, I'm going to own your company someday. And I was like, man, that's the best thing I've ever heard.
I'm not going to be alive for forever. Great. Let's make it happen.
If you want to be part of the 1%, you got to do what the other 99% aren't going to do. And I think whether that's the 1% of the best equipment operators in the world, business owners, or whatever, painters, whatever you want to be the 1% of, you got to do what 99% of the other people aren't going to do. Yeah. Tracy runs 100 miles at a time. I would say you're a 1% runner. 99% of all the other people aren't going to go through what she goes through. You got to see the pictures of her feet. I won't get into the gruesome details of all that.
Yeah.
That's a 1% thing, and I've carried that into what we do here, and I don't want to lose that, because I think some owners and some businesses, they get to a spot where they get fat, they get comfortable. We've won a bunch of big contracts. We could kick back and just cruise. I think that's our demise.
Yeah. That's one of our core values is stay humble or be humble.
Yeah.
From Jocko.
I love that.
I mean it's everything. That's one of our core values is stay humble or be humble. Yeah. From Jocko.
I love that.
I mean it's everything, and in our business it's extremely important to be humble because our mission changed the dirt world. That's great, but I don't move any dirt. I don't own a single shovel. So how am I going to go change the dirt world? It's not about us. It's about our partners. They're the ones doing the work. They have the people. They have the machines. It's about them. It's not about us.
Yeah.
And that's my whole marketing. My whole marketing strategy is just talk about what the companies we're working with are doing. I don't really talk about myself, and when I do, I'm trying to just share a little bit about what we're actually doing. It's not from a self-serving point of view. And we're developing a new website right now, and it was going to be traditional, just marketing website. Yeah, here's our services, here's all our projects. Wow, we look great. And I just look, I'm like, no, that's the wrong approach. Let's just make the whole website about our partners, and just make it about them. Period. Not even talk about the stuff we've done for them. Just say, here's a sweet video, and here's their great brand, and here's how it's looking. People are smart. They can put 2 and 2 together. Wow.
What did I do?
Want to be a part of this group, and that's the goal of the Build a Partnership, is to build a group of companies. That's the future of the industry, period. And these are all hungry companies. I mean, like Dylan Stevens with Rosso, we were talking with him 2 weeks ago. He's just sitting there. We were talking about 10, 15, 20-year goals. He's sitting there. He's like, Kiewit, what do they do? Like 8 billion, 10 billion a year? He's like, I think I can do that. And
I love that.
He's not even remotely in.
I love that.
Yeah, but he's sitting with just a blank look on his face. Like, I can go stick it to Kiewit. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, you know what? I want to be on your team.
Yeah.
And I want to help you do, I want to solve whatever. If you have too much dog shit in your front yard, I want to go pick it up for you, do whatever you need done, because I'm on board 100%.
Well, and you're somebody that you could monetize your personal brand. You are, I mean, you're sitting here with Bill with hat on. You could monetize you.
Yeah.
I could monetize me. There are very few pictures of you on your Instagram or on your LinkedIn. There are very few pictures of me. You're making the hero of your story about people. We're doing the same thing. It is all, if our people aren't the hero of the story, and it's about me or it's about you, it's a pretty lame story.
And it's a fad. You're not. It's just thinking so small. I see people doing that kind of stuff. I don't want to point anything in particular. But I'm saying, you can't think bigger than that. Like that's you can't see past your own 2 feet. It's just, there's a bigger picture here. And so if I go monetize my Instagram, or go sell a bunch of stuff, or promote a bunch of stuff that's just nonsense, I'm going to eliminate the credibility of the brand. I'm trying to I want the Build It brand to be more influential than Caterpillar. More influence. It's not going to be better known than Caterpillar. That's absurd, but it's going to be more influential. It's going to go change, fundamentally reform how we do business. And I'm not going to go do that.
Everything's concrete out here.
On my Instagram.
Well, I'm gonna steal a hat, because I think there's only like 40 or 50 of them out there that exist.
Yeah, we sold out.
I'm putting one on eBay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make $400.
Yeah, I told Jack, I was like, I just want to do 50 right now, and then I don't know when we'll make 50 more.
That's like you nailed it. You got like the Gary Vee model, where you come out with like a limited number. Like I bought some Gary Vee shoes at size 9. I was size 13. I bought size 9 just to put them on eBay in a year and quadruple my money. I'm gonna steal a Build With hat from somebody who has one, and I'm gonna put it on eBay. I'll make a ton of money.
I don't know why my phone keeps cutting
Do we
off.
have any questions from? No questions. Everyone's probably working. Our audience, hopefully, at 10 a.m. is working.
Let's see what I got.
They better be anyway.
Let's see. It's probably just a bunch of dumb stuff.
And we didn't hype this yet. I think we want to leave this in a way that is going to catch a lot of people off. I mean, why would a mining company have a podcast? For me, and I said this earlier to Thomas, I don't care if anybody listens to this other than I want our people to hear from me my words and vision for the company, and the good human beings, and how we're going to develop people, and how we've had some of our employees who've made huge mistakes, like really career-ending mistakes, like fireable offenses. Don't ever call me again. And I've really taken it upon myself to think, okay, big picture, how do I get this person where they really should be? Because a lot of these people have real talent. They've got a real future. They screwed up. They made a bad decision. Whatever the case may be, I want that person to feel so loyal because we reinvested into them after their little Armageddon episode that should have destroyed the whole relationship. And we've done that with a few people, and it's crazy to see how how that's impacted, you know, our culture.
So we got a bunch of questions here.
Okay.
They're actually good. First one is an insider question. What's the how many tailgates have you damaged this year?
Oh shoot, I can answer that before.
Yeah, I haven't actually ripped any of them off, but I've banged into a few of them, and that I love running heavy equipment,
Which is awesome, by the way.
What are you banging into them with the most? What size machine?
big machines.
Yeah.
I mean, your machine, pretty much.
I've seen you bang some big.
Yeah, God, the whole Turner Mining Group executive team was right there when I just railed one of them one time.
I told one of the kids that was in the truck, I said, you know, you did that on purpose just to wake you up.
Yeah, just want to make sure you weren't sleeping. Yeah, but I running equipment's just.
Why did it go quiet? I don't think I got a lot of signal down here.
It's just fun for me. I didn't grow up around heavy equipment or anything. So I had to figure my way into the industry, and every chance I get, I just look at whoever's in charge. So can I get in that?
Thomas banged some gates on 750 at Volvo
Oh, I
days,
went to
right?
Volvo Day. I am the worst.
It's
Like,
painful to go to those events because most everyone doesn't know how to run equipment. You're just sitting there like, oh
I
man.
can't believe they let all these people in.
Oh, I was like, you don't want to let me in.
Yep.
Okay, I'll try.
So a few, but never knocked any of them off.
I love that.
Yeah.
There's another question around brands of equipment, which is obviously a hot topic.
Did you hear my?
You want to comment?
Did you hear my comment here? It was a couple weeks ago. I said to me, all these equipment manufacturers, brands, they're spoons and forks. I could care less if it's a Doosan, and that's gonna make you cringe. Our equipment guy, we had a company. I'm not gonna call them out. We had a company offer, I would say, a very subpar, brand new machine, new to the industry, to us for free to try it for a while. And we're running a Cat 374. We're gonna run this other machine right beside it, the same class machine. You know, and I'm like, yeah, sure, I don't care. I mean, if it breaks, come fix it, whatever. I mean, productivity, production's one thing, but for me, 374, Volvo 750, you know, D6s, I will say, Cat makes a little better dozer than anybody else, but for me, it's all just spoons and forks. It's a tool.
Same thing.
I don't care what it is.
Everyone gets mad at me. Oh, you build so much Caterpillar. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, I don't care. It's just, I'm sorry everyone runs Caterpillar. I'm sorry they dominate every market they're in. It's not my fault. But the reality is every company we work with, they very, very, very rarely run one type of equipment.
Yeah.
And I think it's hilarious when you talk to these dealer reps or people from corporate because they think they don't even talk about the other brands. Like they just
Like they don't exist.
They don't exist. But it's like, have you ever been on a job site because your brand's running right next to the other one? And if you just thought about, okay, how do we coexist with these other equipments, you'd be way better off.
Exactly.
But everyone's out to just go kill everyone.
We've got a big internal debate right now. We've got 4 or 5 Volvo 750s running across the country, 2 on one side. And they're $150,000 cheaper than the 374. Most people don't know that. And they have a little bit bigger bucket. The ones that we've had, because we've got a bunch of 374s running as well, the Volvo 750s that we've had have proved to be awesome machines. A couple of them have got some hours on them now, 2,500, 3,000 hours. We're starting to see some downtime. And so we've got some of these fanboys in the office, Caterpillar Kool-Aid drinkers. They're like, see, we told you, why not spend a little more on Cat because it's never down. And I'm like, guys, run the numbers. That's it. The 374s go down. They all go down.
All go down.
To me, it doesn't matter. Even the 150,000 you saved, maybe you don't get it back on residual when you go to resell a 750 in comparison to 374. I truly believe that. I think the Cat used equipment market is probably hotter than anybody else just because of the brand loyalists. But for me, that's a silly question. It's spoons and forks. I'm not an equipment guy. I will say we only drive Ford trucks. So if you want to talk about Ford versus Chevy versus anything else,
that was not the question. The question was heavy.
I'm a lot of people. I just lost 150 bucks.
Oh god.
I didn't want those guys anyway. Get off my page.
Awesome. This is a super good one. So young person.
Alright, this is going to be the last load of concrete I'm going to haul back there. I'm going to save the rest of it for the pond for fish structure once we get that done. I just needed to know how much concrete we were going to have. I didn't know how thick these floors were. Some spots it's only 3 inches, some spots it's like 8. So I didn't want to end up with like 10 loads of concrete that I had to get rid of at the end of the job. I can hide it in places now to get rid of it, but Jesus, once everything's done, it's kind of hard to get rid of a big mountain of concrete. So that's why I went ahead and got rid of this stuff first, just to kind of manage everything a little bit better. Chunk of concrete. This machine doesn't care though. I got to get that cutting edge put back on. I thought I had some bolts. I was looking around on my parts bins last night. I couldn't find the right bolts. The ones I had were too small. They would have broke right off. Nothing too bad. Parts place you could put a random bolt in there, but you really need a specific type of bolt that fits in there. It's got the easy on the windshield. It's flat, but it's got a recessed square head on it, so it fits into the bucket and locks in place. You can't just go anywhere and get them. So as you can tell, that was a lot of concrete. And like I said, there's still probably that much right there left. We'll put in the pond. But what I'm going to do is, the base of the shooting berm is like probably 40-50 feet wide. So what I'm going to do is rake this out and then be able to cover it up with the good dirt that we will put on top of it. So I'm going to rake this down, get it kind of tracked in so that we can dump good dirt on top of it and make it all disappear. Got all the concrete raked out. It's about 2-3 feet tall, and got it tracked in and kind of patted down. So now we're going to go start cleaning up the ashes from that other fire, and we'll just spread those out on top of it, and then it'll get about 15 more feet of dirt put on top of that to make it disappear.